Hello everyone, so today I'm going to be doing another Made by Mitchell video today. Um, this is going to have some mystery, because I did get a mystery set a couple of months ago, but I completely forgot, which I'll just have a quick showcase of, and then the rest is going to be products that I purchased myself. So I went on TikTok shop and I chose everything. There's no mysteries, no will this product work for me, blah blah blah, like skin tone wise and color wise and things like that. I'm thinking of taking my glasses off. My eyes are very red today. I went out for a walk yesterday and it was very windy, and my right eye, sorry, just kept watering and watering. So it makes sense that why this eye would be a wee bit red, but my left eye, I don't know why it's also a bit red. I'm not sure. I don't know, but they're very red today, which kind of sucks. There's a bit of hair. Lovely. Just get that out of the way. But yeah, it's a bit That sucks. Okay, so we're going to start with the mystery. I just got like a mystery bundle, you know, like the ones that are like 15 or like 30 pounds. I cannot remember. But the first thing that I got was this eyeliner pencil, All Smudge No Budge, in the shade Tiger's Eye. And I kept it in the box because I already have this. I got this at Boots, the Tiger's Eye one, because they, in my Boots in where I tend to go to, have like a little area for Made by Mitchell, and I ended up getting this one. I think I got a nude one as well, and I really like this. It's a lovely deep brown color, so that's very pretty. I like the All Smudge No Budge lip eyeliners. Sorry. Then I ended up in the same thing. I got a blush in the shade Papaya Pudding, which on camera looks a lot more orange. In real life, it's a little bit more pink. Let me. For something called Papaya, it's a little bit more like muted. Well, usually whenever a product uses like tropical fruit as a name, it's a little bit brighter, but this is quite muted. It's a nice muted peach. It has a little bit of pink to it, a tiny bit of pink. It's a lot more orange on camera though. In real life, it's a lot more peach. But that's so pretty. I like that a lot. And then I got another blush in the shade Champagne Spray. And this is a champagne. That's basically what it is. Champagne. Champagne! This formula is a little bit more liquid. Right here. You can blend it. Champagne's very pretty. Champagne suits pretty much, it's pretty much a universal blush, or sorry, highlight for everybody, because it has like flecks of gold, a little bit of peach, and a little bit of pink, and so it can fit many skin tones. It's very nice. And then I got this brush. This is the TBL1, and this has a colored handle, and this is what it looks like. It's like a bigger version of the angled brushes I've been getting in the other mystery bundles. It's a lot bigger. So this would be more for blush, like all over blush, if you wanted to, on days where, like with how I do my makeup, I would use this brush for days where I want the blush to be very, very heavy, and I want you to see that I'm wearing blush, because that, like, when it comes to makeup, I like, when it comes to blush in particular, I like it when it's obvious that I'm wearing blush, because I like blush. It's pretty. And so this one would be a good easy blush brush, because it's quite large, so it's big and handy. And then I got a lip sync. This is in the shade Sour Cherry. A little bit more of a warmer toned red. So I'm not too sure how this would look on my skin because warmer toned reds tend to look a bit strange on me, especially lip product. But my god, is this pigmented. Doesn't really smell of anything either. But it's very, very pretty. And then I got a Beam lip gloss in the shade Nude Mood. And it is a nude, but it's very, very peach. Very much on the peach side. I like the Beam glosses. They are very, very lovely formula. But that is what it looks like. Right here. Just a nice peach nude. A little bit more on the peachy side. So, but those are the mystery items. And then we will go on to show the actual products that I purchased myself. And then we will try stuff out. Yeah, let's do that. That sounds like a plan. So the first thing I ended up getting that I actually already opened because I wanted to really have a look at it first is the 16-piece brush set, sorry, ombre edition. I got the Nova Lights version, and in it you get a beauty blender and then a little makeup bag with all these brushes. So they're all these different brushes, and what I liked about this particular brush set was the brushes themselves are tiny, so they offer a lot of control when it comes to placement. These are some of the blending brushes, and so because they're so small, it'll be easy for me to do a little more, slightly more like complicated looks, I would say. It also, we got some in the set, some face brushes too. We ended up getting this nice little buffer brush. It's really stumpy buffing brush that can be used. You can also use this as a contour if you wanted to, if you really wanted to like chisel your face. So, but it's a nice stumpy brush. This is the MF1. And then of course some concealer brushes and stuff like that. So this is going to be very fun to use and try out and just allow to do some more experimental makeup looks with. And then another one that you get is an ME12, which is a very, very thin liner brush. So this would be good for graphic liner, and it would be good for water activated liner. And then the bottom of the handles all have this nice pinky champagne color that match the blush, and this is Nova Lights, which I've actually already swatched right here, which is a very sparkly pink champagne. It's more on the pink side and has a lot more silver in comparison to champagne spray. As you can see, it's a lot cooler. In real life, the champagne spray is showing up a lot more orange on camera. In real life, it's not as orange. But yeah, this one was Nova Lights. This is going to be very fun as a highlight, or like an over spray, kind of over blush as well. That would be very pretty. But yeah, that's what I got. That's like the tool set, brush set. I thought that would be very fun. Okay, moving on to actual products. So I actually ended up getting sprinkles. This was the blush that I I opened in one of my previous mysteries, and I didn't realize I actually ended up already getting it. So I have a backup. I really, really like this product. It's a lovely color. I like the blushes. I like the formula of the blushes, and this is a lovely, very, very icy pink highlighter. I really like this one. So I'm not mad that I have two. Then I ended up getting like this set, which I'm going to try in a separate video because it's more face product. But this is a blur, build, and brighten set. So there's the Radiance Blur Prep. So this is to prep the face in the shade IBL1. And this is just a blurring product. Then you go in with the liquid foundation, which is Build, and I got it in the shade IB3. And then the Brighten concealer, which is in the shade IBR3, which is a brightening concealer. So we'll see how well these match. I'm going to do a separate video on these because, again, they're face products, so they will need a standalone video, because just in case they oxidize, wear, that sort of thing. It's more of a first impressions and a wear test rather than just a first impressions and like showing how it works. So I'm going to see how this goes in a next video. But yeah, it's nice that it came in a set, and I do like about with Made by Mitchell is the shade variety of everything is fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. And then the last couple of things I ended up getting were this loose setting powder, and this baked loose setting powder. I got it in the shade Through Thick and Thin, which is the translucent, because that's what I personally like. I like translucent. So, and I've been needing a new setting powder. So this is what it looks like. It's a pretty big container, and it has a little button, which is awesome. And then you get a little powder puff, and then that's what it looks like. So I'll be trying this out as well, and of course the mirror. But yeah, I like this packaging. I like the button. I really like the button. I've never seen a face product with like a button like this before, so it'll be handy to open and close it rather than using your fingers. Then I ended up getting another face product, this, which I'm going to be able to show. This is a blush pod in the shade Lychee Martini, and I'm really excited to try this. I've been wanting to try the blush pods for a while now, and I finally got the chance to use them. So these also come with a little, in like a button, and that is what it looks like. A very cool tone, very, very light pink color. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try it out and see how it looks on me. I think it's going to be very, very fun. I'm going to use a rounded brush for this, and it's going to be very, very pretty. Picks up on the brush very, very well. Very, very powdery though, and dusty. But these are baked, so they have like a luminous finish to them. Which I think is going to be a lot of fun. Oh wow, you can really see the sheen. Oh, that's so pretty. This would be lovely as a highlight too, like a pink highlight. It's very, very pigmented for being so light. I like this product a lot. Oh yeah, this is nice. This is nice. Just a nice pink. This is what it looks like on my finger. Then blended right here. You can barely see it on my skin, but on my face you can see it no problem. But it is so nice. Just a nice cool pink, and it has a bit of a purple sheen to it too on my skin. I do have some purple in my skin as well, especially on my under eyes and in my lips. I have a lot of purple. I'm gonna go a little bit lighter on the right side of my face to see how different it will look. That is so nice. There is a lot of kickback though whenever you use a brush. So if you don't like a lot of kickback, you might not like a product like this, because it is very soft. Very soft product. It has a nice sheen to it. This would be lovely as a topper too, just on a matte blush. If you want to add something a little bit more color, this is lovely. Ugh. And whenever they say luminous, they really do mean luminous. That's very, very pretty. I think I might get one more of this product. There's one, I think it's called, it's more nude. I cannot remember the name of it. Vanilla Sponge, I think is what it's called. I think I might get that one next because it's just a bit more neutral. And that one would be nice, like a nice everyday one. That would be really, really pretty. And then I also, oh dang, I should have done this one first. Damn it. I got a smoothie stain in the shade Posy Rosy. Now I got a smoothie stain in a mystery. And I really, really love the formula. And then I mentioned that I got one myself. So this is the smoothie stain. I really love the formula, but this is in the shade Posy Rosy, and roses just really fit my skin tone really, really well. I love that. 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 That sound. It's so satisfying. It is just so satisfying. I think I'm going to. I'm actually going to use this. I'm going to use the TBL1 brush today. The really, really big one. And I'm just going to put it in like so. And I'm gonna try it on this side because I do have less product. I should have planned that better, I will say, in my defense. Doesn't have a smell. Oh, it's so nice. It's a lovely rose. It's very pigmented, even though I barely touched it. Just adds it adds a little bit of warmth. I noticed that roses add a little bit of warmth to my face without having to actually apply any bronzers or anything like that, because bronzers just are way too warm. And I know the point of a bronzer is to apply warmth to the face, but there's a difference between like adding warmth but then it just doesn't look natural. It's just too warm and it's just not natural enough and doesn't give life back into your face. It just looks odd because it's just a little bit too warm for your skin tone. So roses and mauves for me kind of do that. They kind of add a little bit of add a little bit of life back to my face. And I do have naturally rosy cheeks, and I like to really try to neutralize them as best as I can, and then kind of reintroduce the natural rosiness that I naturally have with a not with a rose blush, but have it controlled and not be so like bright, you know, and not be so red faced. The the texture is lovely. It blended out very, very well. You can still see my skin, and you can also use this as a lip product. So I'm going to try this as a lip product. I did moisturize my lips beforehand, but they're still a little bit dry. I should have scrubbed them too, but I didn't. But yeah, you can really see like this side of my face is a lot more bright and just a bit more like awake, you know? So that's really nice. I'm just gonna apply a tiny bit. I remember when Revolution came out with something like this. It was I got one of them, and it was in a rose color. It was actually rose scented too, which is probably why I smelled this, because I was used to having it smell like roses. And it was one of my favorite products because you could just use it on your face and your lips, and because it's the exact same color, it's a lot more cohesive. That's what it looks like on my lips. This adds a little bit of color back to my lips. It's very pretty. It's a little bit more, it's washing out a little bit on the camera. It's a lot more pink toned in real life. But I like this product, and I like the other one I got as well. The one that was a bit more peach. It was something your peach. So it was, and that was very nice. For peach, it went very well because it was so light, and it had a little bit of more of a pink to it. So yes, I like this one. I'm going to be using this one quite a bit because it feels lovely on the lips. It just feels like a lovely mousse. So the smoothie stain, the name, perfect. But yeah, it's very cohesive with the blush. Then I ended up getting a lip sync. This is a matte lip cream. I now have 3 of these. I have the one that's a little bit more flamenco. It's a little bit more of magenta. And then I got this one in the mystery, which is sour cherry, which I just showed. This one here. And then I have this one in the shade Blossomed. And this one is like a nice petal pink color. A very, very pale petal pink. So we'll see how this looks on has a little bit of a nude to it as well. Very, very pretty. So it's a little bit nude. It's very nice. You know what? Let's just put it on top. Oh, it's actually not that bad, like paired together. This one I think will be really lovely right in the middle of something. If you wanted to add a little bit of natural highlight or neutralize another lip product. It's very, very pretty. Very easily blended as well on top of the smoothie stain. It's very, very pale. I think it might be a little bit too pale for me to wear it on its own because it's really washing me out. So I would use this with a darker mauve lip liner, and then put this on top to add a little bit of like definition rather than use this all over. It's still very pretty, but yeah, it really took away the color I had in my face, so it's a little bit pale. I've always had a problem with like certain lip colors, which is kind of annoying, but it is making my teeth look a little bit yellow. which kind of sucks probably because it's so nude. But it's still very pretty though, and the texture is very nice as well. And it layered very well on top of the smoothie stain. So that's very handy too. You can even use a smoothie stain and then put this on top to kind of give yourself a bit more dimension to your lips. And the last thing I ended up getting is all lip no trip liner and Get in Line. I think this actually came with the smoothie stain. Not smoothie stain, the lip sync. I think, if I'm not mistaken. I think it was like if you ordered a lip sync, you got a free lip liner. Because I don't actually remember adding this to my basket. But I do really like Made by Mitchell lip liners. They're very, very good. They're very creamy. They are very pigmented. And then he also has the felt tip ones that are very nice too. The only problem I've always had with freaking lip liner is trying to get the plastic off. It's been the only problem I've been having. I'll be right back. So I got it open. Oh, this is in the shade Honeysuckle, and I've removed my previous lip products, so we're gonna try this out. But it's a twisting lip liner, so we'll see how well this applies. So I'm gonna start at the bottom. This is a nice brown shade. Oh, it's like a 90s. Yeah, it's almost like a 90s shade of brown. And this is being really slow. Because I do have a double lip line. And I'm just gonna blend this. I'm gonna really fill in the corners and then blend. It's very, very pigmented and very easily blended too, which I like a lot. That's what it looks like. I'm gonna just refine everything. Very, very pretty. I like this lip color a lot. It's very, very nice. Very easy to use. And then we will go in with the lip sync. Now I'm just going to apply it the way it is on the just very lightly. I'm not even squeezing it actually. Oh yeah, that's a lot more wearable. That is very, very pretty. It's a nice nude. Yeah. I like that a lot. Very, very pretty. I have a lot of hair on my mouth. Yeah. But yeah, I would definitely, I like Mitch's lip products. They're very pigmented and they're creamy and they're matte and they're lovely. And then the things that are sparkly, sparkle. Like I said, I really like the Beam lip glosses too. This is so nice. It's quite shiny too, actually, for a matte lip cream. There's still a little bit of a shine. It's still very pretty. I like it with the blush as well. That is very, very pretty. Very pretty indeed. And then I'm gonna take this off and then show what this lip sync looks like on me, and then I will be right back. Okay, I'm back. I took it off, and then I'm gonna just apply this. I think this will look very nice with honeysuckle as well, but I want to see what it looks like just plain on my lips. Oh, that's very pretty. But I'm just being very gentle because it is a red, and you don't want to go too crazy. I'm barely applying any of this. Okay, on the top of my lips, a little bit harder to apply. I think this is a really nice shade to put right in the middle and then feather it out. It's a nice kind of bitten stain. I really like it. It's a bit much all over my lips, but if I were to wear this again, I would put it right in the middle and kind of like blend it out that way. It's very pigmented for barely using any of it. But yeah, it's a lot brighter in real life on the camera, sorry. In real life. Oh wow, it actually brings out my eyes. Wow. Yeah, it's very, very nice. It's a nice bright, let's see, cherry red. It's very pretty. I like this one. I would wear this one a lot in the winter time because I like wearing more reds and things like that in the winter. And this would make a lovely kind of stain. But yeah, it does transfer a bit because it is red. But yeah, I like this one. It's very, very pretty. It's not as scary as I thought it would be. I do like red, but I tend to go for very, very cool tone reds. Well, this one's a little bit more on the neutral, leaning warmer side, at least on my skin. But it's still very, very pretty. And yeah, I'm gonna experiment with this one in future videos, especially with the right in the middle and just feathering it out. I think that would be very, very pretty. But it really brings out the blue in my eyes. It's very pretty. Oh, I looked smart there. I looked sophisticated. But yes, that is everything. I am going to be doing a separate video on this so that the video is just a lot more cohesive and informative with these products because they are face products, and face products are a lot more personal and important because these are they're the foundation of your skin, of your makeup routine, and if they don't perform very well, then it's going to look obvious on the rest of your face. So I'm gonna do these ones separately, and then we'll see if they match my skin, and then we'll see if they oxidize, because that's a problem I've always had with with face products. The color will be, oh, this is really good color, and then it'll start oxidizing and it'll look very orange. If it didn't look orange from whenever I first applied it, it would look, I'll be like, oh, this looks really good, and then it'll look orange, or it'll just be orange as soon as I apply it, and then the more I wear it, it'll get even more orange. So yeah, that is what I'm gonna do for the next Made by Mitchell makeup video. Yeah, I will see you in my next video. I have an itchy ear. But yeah, thank you for watching, thank you for following, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye, everybody.